Hey you guys, it is your girl Glitter Mommy here, and today I am going to be doing a story time video for you. And before I get started, this story did not happen to me. I was just basically an innocent bystander in this whole situation, and basically I watched from the sidelines. So but I thought it was a funny, hilarious sort of story to tell you, because if you believe in karma, it'll bite you in the butt, especially if you've done something fucked up to another person. Okay, so this actually happened this week. So, and the reason I haven't actually talked about it is because I don't see no point in it really. I thought it was just kind of hilarious little stupid little story, but then I thought, you know what, it is so, well, to me it's hilarious, so maybe to you it's very, very funny and very interesting. So let's just get started. So if you haven't watched my teeth falling out video, then you need to go over there to that video first and catch up, because you will not know who this guy is. But this guy, Rick, that I know, let me just put it this way, I've known him since I was 19. So a friend of mine gets on Facebook. I know it's like, who has Facebook, but I still do, because I want to interact with like my personal, people that I know personally, basically like my family and like friends from high school and friends that I've known, like in my personal life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have my social media for y'all, you know what I'm saying? But then I have my personal stuff for my friends and my family, my personal friends and family, and not like y'all. I know y'all, but like I don't know y'all, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? I hope you do. So yeah. So a friend of mine, an old friend of mine that I've known for a while, I've known for a little over 6 years. I've known of her for like the first like 3 years of our relationship. And then I've known her, like we were best friends, and like she was like, I considered her a sister for a little over a year, and now we're just kind of like acquaintances, if that makes sense. I know that's like a little weird, and like how did you end up going from like best fucking friends to acquaintances, but it's a long story. I will talk about that in a whole another video. I'm just gonna talk about her, but it's not gonna be her actual name. So yeah. So I get this message from her saying, hey, did you hear about Rick? And I'm sitting here thinking, no, I haven't heard anything from him, because in my head I'm thinking, I don't care, this motherfucker. so then I was like, so what's up? That's all I said. I was like, so what's up? And she was like, he's in jail, but it's funny why he's in jail. So I'm like, go ahead, girl, tell me, because I like all that gossip. Like I'm very like into like gossip and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. Like I don't like people to gossip about me, but when it comes to like other people, I'm like, girl, did you hear about this? Or like I don't spread gossip. I just hear it and like soak it in, basically. I don't like to spread it like that. I'm not drama like that, but I don't like to start shit. Let me just put it that way. But I like to hear shit, Does anybody else does that? You know what I'm saying? So she said that Rick, he got locked up for indecent exposure. So anyways, I rolled on the floor laughing. I was like, oh my fucking god, like I can't believe this motherfucker fucking, I don't know, he exposed himself basically and got fucking in trouble for that. Don't do that, y'all. Do not, because you'll pay the consequences. So I started thinking of like crazy scenarios, like what happened. If you guys have some crazy scenarios, mention them down in the comment section, because I really, really, really would love to hear what you think really happened, because let's just get that a trend going on, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I'm thinking he was like drunk or high, and he was just walking around like, I don't know, the street somewhere, and pissed on a like whatever. But then in my also silly mind, and sometimes I exaggerate a little bit, I feel like he like was walking down the street and was like, hey, look at my wheelie, hey, look at, you know what I mean? I just think that, and I think it because like I'm just crazy like that, and I don't think that in like a perverted way. I just think of that as like, oh my god, that would be fucking funny and hilarious if I seen some. I wouldn't want to see it, you know what I'm saying? But if I heard about this, I would laugh my rear off. I really would. Seriously, like, laugh so fucking hard. So, so then like we started, obviously me and her started talking, asking how each other was, you know. And then that was the end of the conversation. So then I go to work and I'm like telling everybody about this. I'm thinking this is the most hilarious shit in the world. Like, I'm going to tell everybody about this. So like everybody that's in my group or in like that works with me or anything like that, that knows me, knows about the situation. And now you guys do. Because I think this is the funniest shit in the world. And I have to share this because I think that you guys would be very entertained with the story, basically. So because me and Rick, if you know the relationship, kind of, you guys know the relationship very vaguely, then you know that we was together. We do have a child together. So then I started thinking, like, after I had my giggle, basically, oh my god, this motherfucker exposed himself in front of public. What the fuck can he do to my daughter? So then I said, oh no ma'am, he's not never going to see my daughter ever again because that happened. So when I was at work and I was telling my work, you know, my work colleagues, whatever you want to call them, about the situation, this one woman that works with me, I think of her as like the mama from Another Color, basically, you know what I'm saying? I told her about it and she was like, well, and then I asked her, I said, could he be charged with like being a sex offender if this, like, you know, if he gets like charged with it and, you know, spends time and stuff? And she said it depends on where he exposed himself to and also how crowded the place was and like if there was children there and things like that, he could possibly. But knowing my fucking luck, he just like was pissing on the side of a wall somewhere, you know, and a cop just so happened to be walking or driving by and saw him peeing on the wall, basically. That's what I really think really happened. But that's just a fucking boring ass story. I want to know like exactly what happened, you know what I mean? So then she said, and then I was talking to other people that I knew and they're like, well, you know, if he gets 3 of those, if they're misdemeanors, they turn into a felony. But then he has to be registered as a sex offender. So I'm like, please have 2 more. I know that's bad to say because I don't want him, you know, like I don't want, you know, children or people to see that, because now looking back, it wasn't a pleasant experience and sight to see. And I'm just, I don't want to like go into further detail than that because, you know, but you know, he did give me a wonderful daughter, so I can't say too much about that sort of thing. So we won't go into all the ratty details on that, but I will talk deeper about that relationship. I'm just talking about what happened. So I thought that was very funny. And like, oh, and then I have this app, right? So when my friend told me about him, I looked him up. He literally looks, I don't know if anybody knows who McDodge is, but he looks worse than McDodge does. I'm telling you, he looks like he let himself fucking go, basically. And that is not like him. He used to be clean cut, clean shaved, like not really like clean completely, like he had a beard, but he was very trimmed up, if that makes sense. So like his hair's grown out, his beard is grown out, he's dirty AF, you know, and I'm like, that is totally not like him. So you know he's let himself go, let's just put it that way. And also he looked like he was effed up, yeah, on something, I don't know what, because he is well known for being a drunk, being high off his butt on whatever drug he can get his hands on. So that night he was probably effed up, let me just put it that way. So yeah, that's that's basically my story. So I actually want to start doing this little like thing on my channel, like what do you think happened, like what do you think the scenario was and why, and you know, just come up with the craziest. I want to see the craziest ones on here, and also I want to see like stuff that's actually could have happened, you know what I mean? So yeah. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you had a good laugh. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to me because, I mean, hello, come on, like, you'll be subscribed to this beauty right here. So yeah. And also don't forget that no matter if you're dressed up or dressed down, you're beautiful.